Hello once more, and welcome to the second update in the AMT Star Destroyer series. Now, I'm sorry about the wait, everybody. I have been a very, very busy boy, and I've got a lot on, but here's the next installment in the video. Now, on the last video, I showed you the bottom section, so just put this here again for a starting point. On this video, I'm going to show you the top section that I have been working on, and also the hangar bay. So, just move that out of the way. So, process has been the same. I sanded back all these areas, got rid of the raised detail, and you can see, if I can get the light shining on it, you can see the raised detail in there. Alright, so that's all over the surface. So, sanded all that off, got rid of all the panel lines and everything that was on there, and re-scribed them all myself. So, we'll just start from the nose here. Now you can see the red, that's just marker from where I've been marking out my lines. So I don't do anything by chance, I mark it all out beforehand and then scribe them with the scribing tool. Very easy. I will be doing a scribing tutorial coming up very soon, covering different ways of doing it. But yeah, you can see that there. Now I've got a couple of questions from a few of you just regarding what this is. So it's obviously the AMT kit. Now all this white stuff you see on here is just a plastic card. So it's evergreen strip. I'll just show you. So we've got some here. So just styrene evergreen scale models. Alright, and it comes in different lengths, widths, shapes, all sorts of things. And it's a very simple way of just adding detail to the surface. So all I do is just trim those out in different lengths and sizes and put them on there. Some of them I try to do to replicate something similar to what you see on some of the kits or some of the images from the movies, but others I just do for a bit of fun. Now a good example of that is sort of the gun platforms here. Now I've built the guns that go in there, and I'll show you those in the next video, which is coming up soon. I did try and save some of the raised details, so some of the areas where I thought, that looks interesting, yeah, we'll keep that. Why not, if we can? But yeah, I basically just decided to redo this whole section. So it actually had some built-in guns that looked pretty poxy, to be honest. They were pretty terrible. So I got rid of those. I was planning to cut it out and then recess them into the section, but the plastic was just too thick and it was going to be more trouble than it was really worth. So I decided against doing it. After drilling a few test holes, as you can see them there, decided against doing it and just covered them up. Now, that's got a very thin sheet of styrene across it, and you can see some sink marks from where the test holes are. Once I put the guns in place, you won't see those, so they'll be hidden. So if you're looking at that going, oh, that's not too good, no, it's not, but you won't see them once it's all assembled. And I just decided they just look nice. I don't think it's accurate. I just think it looked interesting having these little angled bits on the front of the gun platforms there. Just breaks it up, gives it a bit more detail. Have a bit of fun. There we go. You can see what I mean. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I quite like it. It wasn't that hard to do. Took a little bit of time. And all I did was just use the Revell contactor glue. It works really well for this, and it's very simple to apply. I don't apply it straight to the parts. I basically just drop a bit on a bit of cardboard and dip the parts in that for the most part. I find that the easiest method of doing it. And I've continued on with some of the superstructure, which I'll show you in an upcoming video. So that's looking good. Last part I want to show you here is my take on the hangar bay. So I did reference the studio models a little bit for this, but just thought, have a bit of fun. So you might recognise some of the detail along the edges there. But I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to have some fun. Why not? Who's gonna correct me? Well, yeah, some of you out there will. But nah, it's all about having fun. It's a really inaccurate kit anyway, so anything you add to it is really, really good. Let's have a look here. So a lot of these are parts out of my spares box. So that's like a cleaning rod out of a German Leopard tank, I actually think. But yeah, lots of these are parts off vehicles that I no longer need, like brackets, things like that. So all out of my spares, just to add a bit of detail to it and a bit of interest. And then I decided to do a little hanger bay, sort of a side hanger bay as well, just with a little few bits and pieces in there, and just have an opening like that there. Now, when that's in the kit, it's going to be that way down, and the kit itself will block that out. So I left that open just to allow a fair amount of light in there, because you're not going to see it from the underside. You're not going to see that that's open, but you'll see a heap of light, and hopefully it'll flood into this area. I will probably drill holes along the back of here just to open up those recesses in the back there and get that looking good. And if you're wondering why some of this plastic is beige, that's actually Scherzen off a Panzer IV. So Panzer IV, I'm pretty certain it was a Panzer IV. So it's a bit of Scherzen, which I thought was a nice thick plastic to help with the light blocking. So if you can see, you can see my fingers shadowing on this. Hard to see on the other area though, isn't it? But yeah, so we'll do all the light blocking painting and everything with these. But I just thought, yeah, while I got the thick plastic there, it's going to be good to use. And also, the join from where it goes to the kit is pretty average. So it's meant to sit into here, and this is really poorly made. So we'll just try and get it to sit in there. But I'm going to need to put, I mean, you see the gaps. I'm going to need to put a fair amount of blocking material in there to get it to look fairly decent. So it was a good idea to have that plastic quite thick. But you can see the effect of the hanger up underneath. There we go. So it's slightly out of position, but you get the idea. I reckon it's going to look lovely when it's up there. I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll look good? I reckon that's going to come up pretty well. So yeah, happy with that. It's very deep compared to the Zvezda kit and compared to the studio models, but I just wanted to have a nice amount of depth to it, really make it stand out, and try and give it a sort of a showpiece bit to the kit, I suppose is a way of putting it. One other thing I'm toying with, the idea I'm toying with at the moment is, because we're doing this Zvezda build, now those of you who've been watching my channel, you would have seen this Zvezda build that we've been working on, and I'm getting there, next video is almost ready. Because we're doing that build, I'm thinking, do I want to complete this as a Star Destroyer? Would it be better completed as like a Victory class Star Destroyer? So those of you that might be familiar with Star Wars, the Victory class Star Destroyers were a smaller Star Destroyer, cheaper with a smaller crew, and they used them in non-essential areas. So wherever they could free up a Star Destroyer and use a Victory, that's what they did essentially. And they look pretty neat. They've got a slightly different hull design. So the hull comes out and then comes in. So it's almost like two little wedges on the side of the ship. But it won't be in scale, but it'll be close enough to scale to keep me happy with the Zvezda. So that's what the idea was. I was thinking, well, maybe I could just sit it next to the Zvezda and pretend it's a Victory class. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Would you like to see that as a Victory class? Do you reckon that's a good idea, or just keep plugging as I am and get going? As I said, I've done a fair bit of work on the superstructure, so that video will be coming up soon, and a bit of detail on the back here. So I have been a busy little man. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer if I can. and happy to help if I can. But yeah, I hope you like how this is coming along so far, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get the next video up. The next one for this series will be a while off yet, but it's not going to be anywhere near as long as the last one was. So yeah, stay with me, and if you like what you see, please like this and subscribe if you haven't already, and drop us a line. Love to hear from you. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.